Welcome everybody to the Windy City Savage. We are live. We are back and at it. The last time is now. It's coming. The retirement tour. We already know the days are outnumbered. This Saturday, the last time is now. John Cena has officially retired, and what a career! What a way to go out this
On his
Saturday.
terms. That's the best part. It's on
Yeah.
his terms.
I wouldn't say it's his terms.
I'm saying like his retirement tour, like
Uh,
regardless of.
Yep, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. We're back. I would not, bro. I'm sorry. I would not say on his terms. I don't know if you heard, but there was an interview out there.
Where he wanted to do 200 and something matches and they only needed him for 36.
That's the thing, dude. This whole retirement tour didn't really seem his idea. It just seemed more of, well, but this is what we're gonna give you. You either accept our terms or you find yourself another person, another place to retire, basically. I don't know, man. We could go up and down about this, but look, the last time is now. The tournament is here. Gunther is the guy who's faced off. Gunther gave a nice little touching promo.
Super nice and touching.
What do you think of the promo?
I liked it.
What do you think of the opponent? I mean, personal opinion. I'll put it this way. What is this?
I'm a Green Bay Packer fan. Hey man, good game yesterday, brother.
Nope. Honestly, it was a good game. What's it called? So put it this way. The promo from today. Okay, so Dave Meltzer. Let's just talk about this. Dave Meltzer did get it right, though. He's gotten all these predictions right. Yep. He talked about The Rock not being there. He talked about Cena facing Gunther's retirement match. That went to the clear. And I know there was also a couple of other things he's predicted right. So we knock off this man constantly. We try to make fun of him, which we do. But in the end of the day, he's gotten a lot of these predictions right. So take his credibility. And now, like before, we thought about him as a joke, but now he's actually a serious backstage type of guy. He has his connections out there.
Remember when he first started? Was he getting his stuff right?
What?
When he was getting his stuff right, when he first started, not just trying to throw out some random prediction.
I mean, it was more of a critic back then. But now lately he's just having more connections out there, and everything just seems spot on though. Like there's a lot of things he's gotten right, and I think we should take his word more of value at this point. Like I said, you may not agree with his his ratings, his 5 stars and stuff, but man, at the same time, look, he's gotten it right. We do have Gunther. Do you see Gunther as the right guy to end John Cena's retirement?
Yes and no. I feel like if it wasn't because of the nose injury, Gunther would not be the guy to finish it. But I feel like they pushed Gunther because he's coming back. So it makes sense for him to do this right now.
But this was before even his nose injury, though, that they predicted it.
Well, they were already talking about him going off of TV. So they're already talking about him going out of TV because of a nose injury and stuff like that. And then it's like, all right, cool. Look, you know what? We're going to let him take his time off and then go forward.
They already had this guy planning to beat him eventually. The nose injury just, for that time being, they already had him basically winning the whole thing.
Well, it also makes sense, though, for the way they've been booking him recently. Like, lost to Jay, lost to Punk, all that stuff. So it's like, it makes sense why to do it.
I don't know.
Do I agree with it? No, but it makes sense.
How are you going to agree with it and not agree? It's either you like it though or you don't. I
don't like it because there's no history. Like today, Mika, she looked at me. She's like, "Why?" She's like, "Why him?" I'm like, "Cause."
But that's what I'm saying.
If like I said, for them it makes sense because of the fact that
but we're not talking about a business aspect. We're talking about you as a fan.
Oh no, it doesn't make sense. And I told her, I told the same thing. There's no history there. There's nothing there. I would have I would have liked last month, like the last match, Randy Orton. That would have been the last match because of all the history. You don't put Randy at first, you put him last.
I would have gave him someone else. I'm sorry. I would not even give him a legend. I wouldn't give him Randy Orton. I wouldn't give him a Punk. I wouldn't give him Styles. I had this talk with a couple other people this week. It made more sense to have Braun Breaker. It made more sense to have Obi Fema. It made more sense to have someone else. But, dude, we already got Gunther beating Goldberg. And at the time, I thought that was a right call. But for him to go back and run it back with Cena in retirement, I get it. You want to push him as a monster, but at the same time, you squashed him a couple of times this year.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're trying to do right by squashing him so many times.
But that's not being right, though. That's just bad booking. it's
So
once again though.
To them, two rights make a wrong.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's
a right.
But that doesn't.
Two wrongs make a right. Sorry.
But that doesn't mean that it makes it a good thing, though. It's bad booking no matter what.
Of course.
Yeah. So it doesn't mean that it's a good thing. It just means it's a dumb thing, like always. I don't like it. I think it's fine, but I could have preferred someone else better. There was a lot of people that deserved that spot. But it is what it is. We're at this point. Hell, I would have been taking Logan's Paul to squash him at this point. Logan Paul looks like he's an old lifer with WWE at this point. I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think he's going back to boxing or whatever he was doing before then. He's set in stone with the wrestling for here on to whatever foreseeable future, unless he gets an injury.
Mm-hmm.
So Gunther did cut a promo and did say he's going to make him do one thing that he refused to, to do in the past, and that is give up. So is he going to make him tap? Is the prediction. Is Cena going to tap when it comes to Saturday night's main event? Or is he going to pass out? Or is Gunther going to get maybe a pin if he's lucky?
So hold on. Wait, we got a comment. Nick says, but people hate Gunther because rumors were circulating beforehand and the fans didn't want it to be predictable, but then he started beating all of the fan favorites. So Gunther's hate is just a result of booking.
Yeah, honestly, it really is. Oh, yeah, by the way, go Pack, go. Yeah, honestly, I watched the game and I was happy, but, we don't want to go in a whole discussion of football right now because we could be here all day.
That's right.
But yeah, it really is a result of booking. Like I said, those injuries just added to it. Like, him getting off TV for quite a while. I feel like it hurt him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's nothing against Gunther. He couldn't, stop that from being it. But I felt like that hurted him to be taken out of TV. Because I'm sure the time he was on TV, it would have made a little bit more sense. But the fact that the injury came along, it just didn't, it doesn't add up. The bad, like I said, WWE does not know how to book very well right now, and they do not know how to book around this whole injury. They could have had some backstage vignettes while he was out, some stuff going on, or added more to the storyline. But of course, they fumbled the ball. In my opinion,
done the same thing that they're doing with Liv. You're not having her wrestle, we're just having her there for just supporting to talk trash. You could have done the same thing there,
or could have had her presence in the background, just like when she was gone and Raquel had the candles and stuff. Yeah, some stupid gimmick like that. Another comment, bro.
Yeah. Because he's the last guy you can't wrestle to.
Yeah. I mean, look. Okay, so let's talk about Saturday night's main event. Let's go into the match card because this Saturday. Cena is going first, by the way.
Yep.
So let's just go off with that because he wants to go out. He wants to put over the younger crowd, and he wants to take the first match. And I think also he doesn't want to get cut off TV time like Goldberg did.
Yeah, no.
So John Cena versus Gunther. All right. We're going to all say Gunther, I'm sure.
Gunther.
All right. Predictions, I guess.
Does Gunther make him tap?
What do you think? Does he go for the sleeper and make him tap? Make him pass out? Does he go for a pin?
Make him pass out. I think he's going to go for a pin and just Cena's going to go and then just put him to sleep.
I'm going to say he makes him tap. Cena's going to put Gunther over. I'll say he makes him tap because I feel like Cena would do it. Because Cena's like, you know what? I'm done. They got nothing to prove. I'm passing the torch. This is my version of passing the torch. Because look, in my eyes, I might be wrong, but it's just my opinion. If he does pass out, it kind of puts him over in a way. And I get it. It's his retirement tour. But if he taps, it puts over Gunther on the next level. And you could say, I made Cena tap. I made him give up. On top of me retiring Goldberg. So it looks better overall for Gunther to do this, but
good comments, is it more than 4 matches? Cena goes over via STFU, but how much does a John Cena win mean today compared to 10 to 15 years ago?
First comment would be nope. Of course, WWE wants to give you only 4 because people have been calling for 4 matches since the last Survivor Series, which I think is so stupid. But Saturday night's main event is 4 matches with tons of commercials. Yeah, I know my buddy here likes the commercials.
Love the commercials.
Yeah, like I'm more invested for commercials.
Hey man, the little kid with the ring, man, that's awesome.
I don't watch this shit. I have no idea what these half the time I don't remember these commercials. I know there's one with the same song playing all the time when I watch Raw. I don't know. I don't watch commercials, like I said. Cena goes over via STFU. I wish. If anything, I feel like Gunther will apply that. I feel
like Cena applies a sleeper.
He tries to go via STFU, but he won't make him tap. Mm-hmm. But how much does
John Cena win mean today compared to 10 to 15
Nothing.
years ago?
Nothing. That's what I said. It makes more sense for him to tap out, give Gunther the rub, and go out. Either way, dude, he's going out with
Cena's going out with the loss.
Yeah, he's going out with the sunset, no matter what. In the end of the day, Cena has nothing else to prove, and he's doing the right thing by putting someone else's over, especially the younger guy.
Yeah.
Commercial break, Jey Uso. Oh my god. You know what? I'd rather see that shit than see commercials. I'd rather see Jey Uso actually eating than seeing all these crappy ass commercials. So
well, now you got both of them eating because they're back.
Yeah, I know my buddy over here likes it when Jay comes out. Just me, Uso. So you saw that him and Jimmy are back at it in the tag team division.
There's a reason why.
Well, do you think this sticks, or do you think they're planning up for a heel turn?
I think it's gonna stick for a while, and then he's gonna be a heel turn once they start losing the titles.
Because when he does lose the tournament, he did get that heelish act when he was destroying some things and hating the world, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And things aren't resolved. So that's the thing. I'm glad to see him back at the tag team. I hope, though, they go into depth of this whole Jey Uso losing it. And I hope, like, let's say they win some matches, but the minute he loses a match, he goes crazy. And I hope they, like, elaborate more into that. Because if not, it's just going to look foolish, all that for nothing, basically. Any other thoughts and opinions about that?
I feel like maybe it could go on 2 ways. Maybe it goes to the way of Jay doesn't turn heel. And the reason why not is because maybe his merchandise is starting to fall down. And people aren't really buying too much into it. Yes, they're doing the yeet, but it's like, dude, we're kind of starting to fall off. A lot of people are complaining about the yeet and everything now. Starting to become more vocal.
So you saying he doesn't turn heel?
So I feel like he does not going to turn heel, become champion, and then they're going to just keep him how he is right now. But I'm going to go back to selling merchandise because now the Uso merchandise again.
But was the Uso merchandise even popular?
It really was, yeah.
I don't remember seeing too much.
We the ones. I remember seeing a lot of those shirts since day one-ish. Seeing a lot of those shirts.
I never really seen those. I
remember those. Yeah, there's a couple out there.
I remember more when Jay got into his own. I remember seeing way more
because we were so used to during that time seeing the more Roman shirts.
I don't know, man. I've been to these shows and I just never really see the real ones. I mean, they were over, but I don't think they were that over. I think once he separated, I think he just got more over. But I just don't see them selling more merch together. I don't really see them connecting to the crowd because I still feel like Jay's still in his little gimmick and Jimmy's more of the I have nothing else to do. So I got to be in this storyline type of guy.
Mm-hmm. Was a team player.
Yeah, let's talk about the tag team match then. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Javon Evans and Leon Slater. That's going to be a good match.
What do you got?
I'm going to go with AJ and Dragon Lee because they still barely won the titles, and I don't see them taking it off, the belts off of them.
Bunch of TNA guys.
Yeah, but I do like this matchup.
I like it too.
That's tough, though. Do like Evans and Slater. I think they're probably one of the best young duos right now in wrestling. That's a hard one, man. I wouldn't be shocked to see them as the new tag team champions and pulling the trigger. Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, we do need a shocker, and that could be it. Because the next 2 matchups, I don't really see too much. All right, well, what's your prediction, I guess?
Lee and Styles going over.
What if
I feel like they're gonna. I feel like between two matches, it could be the silent match of the night. People are going to be excited for the Cena Gunther. People are also going to be excited for Dragon Lee versus Javon versus and Dragon.
my
Dragon
boy?
Lee.
Wait, you just said silent, man?
Yeah.
Silent match?
No, silent like match of the night.
No. I think we talked about this last PLE. You're going to give us 4 matches. There's no such thing as a silent match on 4 matches.
Well, this is not even a PLE. This is just how they are.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter what you think. We only have 4 matches for a Saturday night's main event. There's no such thing as a bathroom match. There's no such thing as a silent match. This should be banger after banger after banger after banger. I want to hear that shit. So
you told me the last time the WWE had a banger versus after banger after banger.
I don't care. I want it. That's my point.
You could want it all the fuck you want. They don't give a shit about what you want.
My point is though, there should be no like, well, let's just give them a little bathroom. No, this is going to be a good match on top of the next match, on top of the next match. If I'm getting sick and tired of these shit match, okay match, all right match, and then we're done for the PLE. We just sat for 4 hours of a show of commercials the whole day. It's not giving any excuses no more. Over here we got
we got a couple comments. The Bloodline shirt with all their faces on it was a bestseller. It really was. AJ Lee's going over.
Well, what about the one on the top? He puts, they might lead to Jay.
We already read that one.
Okay. We did?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. The Bloodline shirts with all the faces and the bus.
Read that one.
I know. I'm reading it again. Damn.
Oh.
The Bloodline shirt with all the faces on the. We're trying to elaborate. It was the bestseller. Well, yeah, the Bloodline though. But I'm talking about the Usos shirt. That's the thing. If it's a Bloodline, that makes sense. Bloodline was selling popular at the time.
Of course.
But the Usos, I don't think so.
I realized if 2 matches do not meet expectations on the card, half the show is a striker. That's why they need at least 6 cards on one PLE.
So I agree. I think it's 6 cards, no matter what the PLE is. The issue is, for four matches, they have to give us banger after banger after bangers. Can't be no bathroom break. Can't be no silent match. It just has to be all good at this point. I mean, are you going to sit here for 4 hours and say, man, there's a ton of good commercials? 2 hours of commercials and then 2 hours of wrestling.
4 hours of commercials, 2 hours of wrestling.
Damn, there's 6 hours though?
Yeah, because they started at what? Because don't forget there's a pre-show.
I don't think they have pre-shows no more for WWE.
Well, it's on Peacock, you never know.
No, they don't have a pre-show match. They
only have a pre-show match. They had a pre-show show.
Yeah, but nobody watches the show. I'm talking about actual wrestling though match. Like PLE wise, it's 4 hours in total. Like I said, 2 hours and 2 hours doesn't make any sense. Look, let's just hope for the best. I think we're both on board for AJ Styles and Dragon Lee.
Yeah, all 3 of us are.
Okay, Bailey versus Sol Ruka. Interesting match.
This could be match of the night.
Could be. Who do you have going over?
Sol Ruka.
I got Sol Ruka because she really needs to win. Bailey's already solidified main eventer, ex-main eventer. She's not going to main event anytime soon, but she's solidified in the brand. They're not doing too much for her storyline anymore with the whole her being psycho type of thing. Talking to herself as much. Do you think it turns into something in this match?
Nah, brother. I think honestly, like they started it and then they halted it
for some reason.
And like they gave it a hard halt.
Why though? That's my question is like why all of a sudden again they had something good. I like this.
I liked it too. I feel like there was probably people with Tourette's.
No,
that could be it.
So we're gonna go with Sol Ruka here.
Again, I'm telling you this. No, I feel like Sol Ruka is gonna go over. Actually, if there's gonna be interference, who is the chick right now? Asuka's gonna interfere.
Women, yeah, Asuka.
Asuka's gonna interfere.
Yeah.
Asuka and Kyrie are gonna interfere on this one.
Yeah, it could be.
Or it could be that after the match they just start beating the little hell out of Bailey.
Yeah, maybe so.
Because I mean, at this point, it's like if you think about it, they're trying to now start pushing the tag team division more, and they are a tag team. So I feel like Sol Ruka wins clean. Here comes Asuka and Kyrie to beat up Bailey. Here comes Ira to save Bailey. I can see that happening.
Maybe so.
I want to go back one match though. AJ Lee is gonna win. However, though, at the end, the Usos are gonna come out and start calling them out because they're about to do it today before the New Day came out and interrupted them.
Nah, I don't know. Maybe so. What if they came out and just started attacking AJ Styles and Dragon Lee? Turn them heel?
I see the New Day probably doing it at first.
Yeah, but like, does it mean anything? Storyline, I'm saying. Why don't we just get something new and just have them turn heel for once?
Right from the beginning?
Like, instead of like, build it up. Like, actually just fuck it. Go off heel. It's like we're expecting them to be good guys, but we're not expecting them to be bad guys. That way we could get off and talk about something that happened in PLE right away and get it going. Because look, let's be real. Cena versus Gunther, it's going to steal the spotlight. After that, it could just go downhill. But what if we keep it more entertained, have the Usos come out, attack the winner of Styles Lee versus Evans and Slater, and keep the whole conversation going throughout the end of the night? Because that's going to be a shocker.
Or it could also be one more thing. What about if in the middle of the match, because this way you do still protect Evans and Slater, regardless of the deal with WWE, protect them by doing a disqualification. And this way you turn Jimmy and Jay heel.
Maybe. Yeah.
You solidify now Jimmy and Jay as a heel, and now you're still protecting AJ Lee and the TNA people.
Yeah, we'll see.
Later.
We got a comment.
We got a couple comments. 6 matches is a sweet spot, and that puts lots of pressure on them to put on bangers 4 in a row. They aren't capable of that these days. New Day is starting to feel like old day.
So, like I said, yeah, six matches is a sweet spot. And from there, 4 matches. Then you could have your bathroom match at one point and be all right, They could definitely have 4 matches that are solid, even right now. But
I mean, on paper, this card looks nice. It looks good on paper. Paper.
This is WWE stamp on it, though. That's where it loses value. Like,
yeah.
Even though it's one of the biggest companies in the world, it's WWE. Most of the time, it's just going to give you commercial after commercial after commercial instead of banger after banger. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part, but we'll see. New Day starting to feel
like old day.
New Day starting to feel like no days. we don't even see them enough times on TV, screens to actually make them relevant anymore. And when they are, it's just gimmicky and it's just boring. It's not even like the old Big E days, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're gonna go with the whole Grayson Waller thing. And if Austin Theory is revealed to be the masked guy, which we did get another appearance of him tonight.
Twice.
But this guy looked a lot different body-wise.
He looked taller. The second guy looked way taller.
So who knows? It might be El Grande Americano on all the Grandes Americanos constantly appearing now as the masked men. Could be that, or I don't know. But he did look a lot different. So if it ain't theories, what is going to happen with Grayson Waller? How is they going to address this? Because they never really fully addressed the whole breaking up thing. They just did it, and somehow Grayson Waller ended up in the New Day. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to address all this at once, or they ever will, or they're just going to ignore it.
I think they're just going to ignore it,
which I think is just dumb. Another dumb thing to do. Jey Uso.
So eating is a perfect bathroom break and coffee refill.
I think anything with Jey Uso sometimes it's just a perfect coffee break and bathroom break.
I agree.
Yeah, honestly. And with the commercials coming around, you could basically do like a whole load of laundry. Come back and you won't miss much. Let's go to the main event of the night. Bless you.
Thank you.
Cody Rhodes versus Oba Femi. Bless you. Champion versus champion. Oba Femi still holds on to the title. Or I don't know. I saw something. I didn't watch NXT the other day, but yeah. We got Oba Femi as champion. So what do you think here? Who do you have going over? I'm going to go with my boy Oba Femi. This is the one time I'm going to disagree with Cody Rhodes.
Just to be opposite of usually we have one match where we're different. I'm going to go Cody. I want to say Oba because that would be nice to see him actually go over right now. But I feel like Cody's going to win this one.
But why though? Like he's coming off of a tough loss at Survivor Series. It just could be a better angle for him saying he got beat up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with Obafemi just because right now he's coming in strong and he needs to go over. Look, Cody's.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. When I was talking to somebody at my job, I told them if you really want to go ahead and actually make these guys and make Obafemi, make a lot of these people actually start like getting bigger and larger than life. You need to start showing NXT highlights. You need to start really showing out a lot of NXT stuff because you're not. Last Legend came in, she didn't get any pop. Literally, it was just probably about 4,500 people that went crazy for her, which isn't a lot. If you really want this, I see your point. Have Obafemi go over. And yes, Nick, I agree with you. Have Obafemi go over. I'll repeat what I said. I'm only going for Cody because I'm going against you. Because every single match we've been choosing the same person.
Right, but give me a reason why Cody should go over, though, man. Just anything, or unless you want me to give you one.
I'll give you one. Because, again, he hasn't done much. So he lost in War Games. At that point, it's like you weren't really captain. You just had basically a stupid little argument with CM Punk. And now you want to prove the fact that you can be the guy to beat Roman Reigns again and go 2-1 over him.
Yeah, I just don't see it as strong. I get what you're trying to say. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just still don't see a strong reason. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for Cody to go over on this one. Obafemi really has to go over, and if they don't, I think we're all gonna remember this whole Saturday Night's Main Event being the biggest bouch of basically at the end of the year. Because, so put it this way, at this point, we already know Cena's retiring, and he did say he's retiring, and he wants the next generation to go over. To me, that's a hint that says, guess what? And he did hint at NXT. So we do have a couple of people coming from, NXT, which would be the next 3 matches on top. And the last one to close it out is Obafemi. To me, that's the nod that says, you're the man. You're going to beat the man right now, which is Cody Rhodes. You're going to go over, and you're going to be the next big star in WWE. That's why I'm going with Obafemi, just because of the whole nod that Cena did. But then again, we have been proven wrong with WWE again and again. So it wouldn't surprise me if Cody Rhodes won it, unfortunately.
Brody Life 44 says it would be perfect if all the NXT stars win. I agree. That's what, like I said, this way you start putting more eyes on the product. Nick, the comment before that, Oba goes over.
He should go over, and it would be a perfect night because Cena did mention in that promo he's doing this for the next generation, basically. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, if he has any type of if he has any, we owe you one, Cena. What's your wish? And Cena's like, you know what? I want the NXT stars to go over in my, last match of my career. They're like, all right, you got it.
Yep.
They should just give him that, honor. That way we can see the next generation move up. But would they do it though? I don't know. I don't trust WWE enough to really do the right thing here. But look, this is your Saturday Night's Main Event. Let's move on to the next thing. Let's talk about some bidding wars.
If it was fantasy booking, Cena beats Gunther, Rock comes out, Rock congratulates Cena, and then says, I still own your soul. You can't retire, and leave it up to Rock and Cena at WrestleMania 42.
Okay, so that's a whole... Okay, so fantasy booking, what do you think of that one?
I like it, because they were supposed to have one more. They were supposed to have one more Rock versus Cena at the end. I can see it. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah, but that was like a whole talk of things to come about. Fantasy booking, could it happen? Yes. An alternate universe with the Rock sticked around and didn't have to leave all of a sudden right after the whole chamber thing, then yeah, that would make sense. But as far as we know so far, the Rock's only appearance will be coming up at Saudi Arabia, and that is next year Mania that we have so far. And I don't think that's really confirmed by The Rock yet.
It wasn't confirmed.
Yeah, so maybe in a perfect world, but
actually in the perfect world, if I was to be honest with you, I would have Edge come out for one more time because they had one of the greatest rivalries of all time.
Well, yeah, in a perfect world, we can make a whole bunch of scenarios. In a perfect world, we could have had a better Cena retirement.
That's true.
So there's a lot of what ifs,
But in that one though, I would actually go with that one. I would actually have Edge. If I was fantasy booking, I'd have Edge one more time.
Well, yeah, we would have Jericho also. Because Jericho really kicked off of Cena's career in Raw when he finally came into Raw and all.
Yeah, he did.
But there's a lot of things, like I said. But like I said, that's a whole story for another day. But hey, well, that's one of those what if scenarios in the end of the day.
End of the day.
So bidding wars. Let's talk about it. Right now, Warner Brothers is out there trying to get sold off to make some money for themselves and to get rid of their library.
I think they're done with everything. They're just selling everything.
Well, so far that what we have was, first of all, Netflix came in and wanted a couple of things, like the library and certain products for an X amount of money, right? It wasn't a lot. Well, it was a lot for us. It wasn't a lot for them. But all of a sudden today, Paramount came in and offered them $108 billion for Gary. And that's also scary. We talk about this because it's scary for AEW's and Tony Khan. Because at first, the whole we're selling off here and there, but they weren't selling off TBS or TNT, meaning, all right, well, Tony Khan and AEW are still going to stick around. But if they're all getting sold at once, what does their future hold for them? And so put it this way, they do have a contract. They do have to honor that contract.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm not too sure about the legal aspect, but at least they should buy them out and probably give them a bigger X amount of money, which I don't think any company wants to do at that point. So either way, I think they're fine until their contract's out, and they did get a renewal, so we still have probably another 4 years or so. But this is scary in general. Like, if you're a fan of any of these products from Warner Brothers, and they own a lot, Harry Potter, Looney Tunes, the whole Cartoon Network, basically,
the video games too,
superhero DC, basically the whole DC comic line. They own a lot. It's hard to say. The Animaniacs, you remember those guys? The cartoon, awesome. They own a lot of things. That's scary, man. And right now, they're owning part of the second biggest promotion, whether you like it or not. For now, and we're going to talk about this other one that's coming up. But right now, they're the second biggest promotion.
Yeah.
So whether you like it or not, that's scary, and that's scary for the wrestling business. Because if they get bought out, what does that look overall for business as a whole, for everything, for streaming, for services? Would that spike up more money for us to pay? Because we're giving shit right now for WWE and ESPN. But if this goes through, they got to make that money back. So that means all that money, that $108 billion that Paramount puts in to buy off the whole asset, if they launch their own streaming service bigger than what they have plus HBO and everything, because I think they're the ones that own HBO, they're gonna charge us even more. And
right now, they're not charging for UFC fights.
Right now,
no, like they send the contract. They're not charging for UFC fights. So it's basically like you have the Peacock.
But my point is, right now. But this all goes through. Eventually, they're gonna have to recuperate and make that money back, because $108 billion ain't cheap.
Of course, I know.
Yeah, they're gonna charge the consumer eventually to get some of this stuff back, and that's gonna be a crazy amount. This is not a good thing. This is, in a way, it's a monopolize in the game. And we're not just talking about wrestling. We're talking about streaming in itself. It's scary. I don't like it. I hope it didn't happen, but this, for some reason,
Warner Brothers has been making a lot of stupid decisions for the last few years. So eventually, it's finally just started just really, really biting them in the butt. So many reboots, so many just issues that kept going on. Batman issues, Batman and Superman. It just didn't know what to do. The Rock with Black Adam, all that stuff. All of that came back to bite them in the ass.
Well, not just that, but all these dumb mistakes that they made on top of the Looney Tunes stuff. Remember the Coyote versus Acme?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole scene. And how, what was the other one? The
Space
Daffy
Jam
Duck.
2 again.
Well,
Space Jam 2 didn't do that well.
Well, the Daffy Duck and Porky Pig that didn't want to get released until fans forced it.
Yeah.
And they did well. There's just a lot of dumb decisions, and this is what led up to this. Overall, it's scary for a consumer like us. And we're not just talking about wrestling. We're talking about just in general. You're paying for a streaming service For them to get bought out like this, it just monopolized the game.
Don't forget, Netflix was also there, and they're still in.
Yeah, but even then, it's not. None of this is good, dude. None of this. Nah.
And Netflix even said, we don't know yet what your price. Basically, Netflix warned us. We don't know what your price is going to be, but prepare for it to go up.
It did go up with WWE.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what they're saying, like right now, it does it. So what I'm saying is, they basically said your prices are going to stay right now. So if you're paying $24.99, whatever you pay right now, you're paying that. However, once the deal goes through, then we're going to talk to you guys about price.
Well, not only that, we'll put it this way. In the end of the day, they decide what content belongs to Netflix. So if they don't like certain, if you're a big Looney Tunes fans, cartoon fans, well, you know what? That doesn't have to be there. Get rid of it. Guess what? We'll never see it again until they finally put it out there.
Yep.
And even then, they own the rights to do media productions. Meaning, if you want to own the actual copies, good luck. It's a scary thing. In the end, it's like they say, physical media is still king. At this point, if I was you guys, the really niche stuff, go get it now on physical media, because it's going to be a lot harder to find it on streaming. Because in the end, they're going to pick apart Warner Bros. And figure out what sells the most and what sells the least here, and they're just going to push forward the most product and take out the rest. Yeah. And we'll never see it out there again. Warner Bros. Was already doing this to themselves.
Yeah.
So imagine someone else buying it. It's just going to, push forward the whole demise of a lot of products here. It sucks. That's why I said physical media is king. Does Tony Khan finally wake up? I don't know. But here's the thing. How can he wake up? Like, as in, what can he do? There's nothing he could do here. He's stuck. Look, even if he decides to book better wrestling, that doesn't mean anything because he has no control what's going to happen in the end.
If I was him, if his contract doesn't state the fact that he can open up another app in the meantime, open up an AEW like they did with WWE Network. Open up an AEW network. It's going to save you a lot.
But even then, I don't know if it'll save you a lot because they don't have that much people. They don't have a big fan base that WWE had at that time. Unfortunately.
I mean, you saw even WWE what they did. But what are you going to do then? You can't go to Paramount because that has TKO, and TKO is not going to associate with you. You can't go to Netflix because they have that. And then so it's like, what are you going to do then? There's only one thing you can do. Peacock it. Comcast did enter that bid.
I think they'll be fine if they go to Paramount. I think they don't really care too much of the whole second to the promotion type of thing, but they won't go to Netflix.
They won't go to Netflix, no.
No, they won't go to Netflix.
If Netflix buys out Warner Brothers and WB and everything, then yeah, you're looking at AEW maybe getting kicked out of TV.
Let me throw you another one. We talked about this a couple of years back. Well, last year, really. What if they go to Fox Sports? That could be a possibility where they go into the Fox Sports channel and just not that many people have it, but it is a channel that is actively always looking for something to be put on there.
Yeah.
That could be a possibility. Fox Sports in the future. I still think they're going to be around the next 4 years, but they're going to be shopping for the next streaming service, the next channel. I think so for right now, they want to stick to TV because no matter what, they're getting the ratings. Whether we like it or not, they're still getting decent ratings, and TV in itself or not, it's falling off. It really is. So I don't know. I wish as time goes by, because it's still too early, and the bid just got put on today, and we don't know exactly if they're going to walk away with this or they're still going to keep fighting this. But it's not looking good for the whole business of Warner Brothers in general. Mm-hmm. How many years do you give it before cable dies? Oh, that's a good question. Cable's still going to be around, even if it is antenna. It's not going to fully die, but when it comes to like the whole, do you want 100, 200, 300 channels type of cable? You know what I'm talking about? That's not going to be around too much often. And if it is, it's going to get heavily discounted to the point where people don't want it even then. I give it about 15 years because I don't want to say older generations still use it heavily, but when those people die off, the newer generations, the millennials, the Gen Z,
Gen Alpha, Gen Beta,
we're starting to use millennials. We're half and half, maybe more streaming over cable. I think eventually that starts dying off even more with us. And we're going to be like in the end, like, well, I mean, we got streaming. Why the hell we're going to need this? So I give it about 15 years. When the older generation starts dying off with cable, and from there, it'll just start slowly dying off where we're going to have antenna, but that's about it. We're going to have your basic channels, and that's about it, dude. It's a scary world, honestly.
I agree with you. I go 15, 20.
Any more comments? Any more? Maybe you got an insight here. Maybe you predictions. Oh, you can give a wild prediction.
Well, cable dies in 15 years.
Okay.
At most 20. AEW is still going to be on. Still going to be on.
Ooh. What if they're on Tubi?
I was going to say Tubi.
Hey, let's just say that I know they got involved on Tubi, but what if somehow they strike a deal with Tubi or one of these free channels? You know, Amazon Prime.
I can see them doing Tubi, Amazon Prime, or even I'm telling you, Peacock. Because if Peacock like the numbers with WWE, they'll like the numbers with AEW.
It won't be the same, but I guess if you're looking for a wrestling sport, why not? You know. Any other predictions?
Right now, dude. If this is my prediction, dude. If I'm Tony Khan, wake the fuck up right now and go all in AEW. Right now is your time to capitalize because WWE is killing themselves from within. With TKO, they're doing it. Dude, you are right now doing it with your ticket prices, putting on banger after banger, bathroom match, banger, bathroom match, banger, banger. You're doing it. Right now, though, catapult with storylines, matches, and everything, and watch. You will start getting eyes glued to the TV set to actually watch what you're doing.
Well, and I agree.
But you have to change your day. Go back to Monday. Go to Monday. Go to Monday. Not right now. Wait till the NFL season is done. Then go to Monday and start bringing the eyes in.
Well, that's a scary thing. A bold prediction. Scary. I don't know about that last part. I can agree with you with a lot of the things. The last part, though, that's a lot. Dude, look what TNA did. They almost killed them.
But remember, though, it's TNA. TNA, when they got rid of the 6-sided ring, even AJ Styles has confessed it. A lot of wrestlers confessed when they were there. They're like, when you guys got rid of the 6-sided ring, a lot of people lost interest because it was the same as WWE.
And can't you say the same for AEW when they lost a lot of their key players? Their CM Punks, their Cody Rhodes, Jade Cargills.
I get that 100%, but at the end of the day, it's like they're still floating. They're still actually making it. People are right now turning to AEW. If you look at the IWC right now, there's a lot of people who are actually complimenting AEW. Right now, dude, this is the most compliments I've ever seen for AEW.
Compliments, but and this is the one time I'm gonna agree with like the other side is the ratings, so that's the issue. Yeah. And what if the ratings drop? That's the scary part. I get what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing.
Still do what you're doing. You do one on Monday and then one on Friday or whatever. Turn it around.
Or you could actually just do you don't have a Friday, so you could go back to Wednesday, take away Saturday, because I don't think Saturday wrestling ever does well, which is collusion right now, and put it back on Friday. Because it was decent on Friday. It wasn't the best, but it was decent. And Friday for wrestling has done okay numbers with SmackDown, obviously. I don't know. We'll see. Look, a lot of predictions. We'll see. Let's just hope for the best. We're sure we're going to get a lot more content coming about the whole bidding war right now. I think it's just starting. I think it's going to get crazier. Another comment.
2 comments. Exactly. Tony, wake up, bro. Tony can't wake up, bro. 2, I'm surprised Tony has no one around him telling him this stuff. Who is in his ear? Nobody. He doesn't want to listen to nobody. That's why he's doing what he's doing and just keeps moving the way he is.
So let's put it this way. I agree. He has nobody to tell him anything. And I feel like there's a reason why. I don't think it's him maybe there's a part of them because I think it's everybody that's up there, a successful person that they don't want to hear any negativity of their stuff, their product. But I also think there's a lot of kiss asses. There's a lot of people in his ears are like, yeah. Because no matter what, he signs a check. He's a nice guy. Why piss off the nice guy that's willing to give you whatever you ask for a disagreement? You get what I'm saying?
Well,
like, Tony, that's stupid. Wait a minute. He okayed my idea earlier. Nah, Tony, that's a great idea. You know, there's a lot of yes men around him. Guys that are not going to go challenge him. They're just going to be like, Tony, you're a fucking genius. Like, you know.
Back of their head is big as dumbass.
Like well, that's why when they leave the company, they're like, this guy's a fucking joke. You know, it's just like there's no argument to the guy, and that's a lot of people's fault for not sticking up and arguing with the guy. And yes, maybe he'll take it serious, maybe he'll fight back, or maybe he'll be like, damn, how come no one else told me this shit?
It's like we have been for years.
You don't listen to the fans. I don't think any of these guys ever do.
That Attitude Era locker room wouldn't have put up with that.
Probably not. There's a lot of guys who would fought for this shit back then. Ah, man, those are the days. Look, let's talk about something else, actually. Something that ties into this probably in the future. So let's put it this way. TNA, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, have signed a TV deal with AMC. You guys remember AMC, right? When you guys watch cable.
American
now extinct. Yep. American
Movie Classics.
Yeah, I don't know. I fucking forgot about that. Impact will debut on AMC starting January 15, 2026. Look, that's good news. That's great news. Honestly, it's relief for TNA because I'm a TNA fan from the old days. I really am. When they first started their pay-per-view type of like weekly shows, and when they first moved to Fox Sports, they were one of the first wrestling shows on Fox Sports, and I think it was an hour show, and it was a weird time slot. I think it was like 3 to 4, and that's it. But I remember seeing like Jeff Hardy, what's his name, Monty Brown. I don't know if you remember him, the guy that says the pow. That guy, Ron the True Killing. Yeah, that when he was actually really good. We had the Road Dogg in there. We had so much new talent, like AJ Styles, obviously, and so much old.
Christopher Daniels.
Oh man, Christopher Daniels was the man. But like
Samoa Joe.
But like I remember watching it, and I remember building their way to the top, and then obviously we don't have to go into details. We know their downfall. Yep. We know what happened. There's a lot of reasons why, but we don't have to go through this. So my point is, they were really big. They had a good TV deal on Spike, and they pretty much blew it all the way. And then they ended up going at so many TV channels until they ended up at Access. And I think at that time, that was the best they could do. Yeah, that wasn't a bad channel, but that also wasn't universally viewed.
Don't forget they were also on Destination America.
That's what I'm saying. It was a lot better than that one.
Which was the first with the Travel Channel, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of places they ended up, but this Access was a decent one.
TNA wasn't Spike actually. When WWE went back to USA, TNA went to Spike.
Yeah, it did go on Spike.
And that's when TNA really did spike up a lot. That's funny.
Yeah, well, it did. Yeah, it did spike up.
That's when they had Sting. That's when they had Ric Flair. That's when they had
Jeff, Rob, Hulk Hogan.
No, the guy that imitates Macho Man.
Jay Lethal.
And
he was good back then.
And that's when they brought in Sting. That's when they brought in so many people, and it's like literally like you can see, okay, cool, like they're starting to become
Bobby Roode.
Yeah,
it was like so many guys. It's ridiculous. They had
what's that one chick?
The woman wrestler.
Yeah,
they had so many. They had Gail Kim. They had the Beautiful People. They had. Wow.
She kind of came out sometimes with Bobby Roode.
Trinity. I think it was Trinity, yeah.
It was a blonde chick that was always drinking beer or something like that.
ODP.
Woman
wrestler, not chick, bro. Women. Yeah, women wrestler. Put some respect on the women wrestler.
Lady wrestler.
Hey, TNA knockouts were ahead of their time over
Way
WWE.
ahead.
Yeah,
Way ahead, dude.
they don't get enough credit though. I'll put
They
it
don't.
this way: WWE likes to claim they started the women's revolution.
No, they did
Bullshit.
not. No.
TNA knockouts was where it was at. These women were giving out hell of a fucking matches. I would put that over any of the WWE product to this day, in my opinion. Maybe I'm going a little overboard, but that was just me. I'm a little not nostalgic for TNA. But look, regardless, it's been a long, tough road. About 3 years ago, I was always telling people, watch out for TNA. They're starting to get it back together. Yes, they're not doing so much good ratings. Yes, they're selling to like 100 people in one stadium. But look, their matches was there. Everything was there. The potential was there. They were building stars. And guess what happened? WWE came knocking the door and like, damn, I want your Jordan Grace. I want your Joe Henry. I want Mike Santana. I want some of these guys. You guys have potential. Like, let's come work with us now. Fuck that. Because, look, TNA does have potential. They always had it. A lot of these guys that are in the roster came from TNA. Cody Rhodes went through TNA at some point. Drew McIntyre went through TNA. There's so many people right now in the business that had to go to TNA to become big in the WWE because it was the second best promotion at the time. And the potential's still there. So for them to get this TV deal, it's a blessing in disguise. Yeah. So I am just glad to hear this finally. Long time coming. Look, is it universally owned, this channel? No. But it's a lot better than Access TV.
So much better.
And not only that, but I think they're also on AMC Plus or whatever their streaming service is at, which is good. And still streaming in TNA services as well. So their own platform. They're still going to be there. Another comment.
Was TNA around Spike? We did answer that question. And then, not Nikki Bella.
What does this got to do with Nikki? Oh, the women. Yeah, my bad. I was thinking to myself, why do we always got to bring Nikki Bella on this fucking show every week? Oh yeah, her segment tonight. She comes out and then she gets attacked, and that's it. It's like we're not done.
Raquel Rodriguez is my new favorite wrestler. I appreciate you, Raquel. Go on, girl. Go on your best self.
So yeah,
proud of her for that.
So regardless,
cracked me up though. I don't know if you noticed it. Did you notice that she actually had a botch on Spanish?
Not really. I don't really care.
I know you didn't, right? For me, I was like, huh? Okay. I popped for that beat. So I popped for it too. It was awesome. It's freaking awesome. Keep going though.
But yeah, regardless, dude, it's a WWE. It's a W for TNA. Let's hope for the best, dude. They're building up superstars real quick. I'm gonna start watching it more. It's still on Thursdays.
Okay.
So remember, guys, we have Monday Night Raw, we have NXT on Tuesday, Dynamite, TNA, Friday Night SmackDown, Collusion, and so many other shows. If you're into Ring of Honor, I'm sure they're one of those days. I stopped watching that. I just can't watch so much. You still got all the smaller promotions. Wrestling as a whole right now, it's big. So there's a lot of shows out there to watch. Pick and choose what you guys like. Guys don't have to watch the big promotions. You guys can watch the little promotions. You guys can watch whatever promotion you guys want. Wrestling is bigger than ever than it was before.
Yeah, true.
It's a good thing in a way. I'm not a big fan of streaming, but in the end, it benefits wrestling. It's always going to be a good thing. What else we got?
It's big, but the product is not as good.
What's it called? TNA?
No, they say wrestling where he's actually reacting to your comment where wrestling is big, but he's saying it's big, but it's not. The product is not as good.
How they say an excessive amount is not always a good thing?
Yeah.
That's what it is. An excessive amount of anything is never a good thing.
I just think finally got that crash we've been talking about for months now.
Yeah, but we kind of seen this crash happening years ago too. Mm-hmm. It's always the same thing. An excessive amount is never a good thing. It's like, imagine that. You get like some good ass cookies, all right? You get 2 cookies, you eat, you're like, best cookies ever. Get you 20. Man,
by the 18th, 19th.
Well, probably like at the 10, you're like, I'm done, dude. Like you don't feel the same way. If you get little by little, but it's good stuff, you're going to want more weekly. You got to get teased, you know? An excessive amount, it's not always a good thing. And I don't understand why people don't know that in the wrestling business. Give us little by little, but give us good quality stuff. And we'll keep coming back.
Every single pay-per-view. or PLE.
And no quality stuff in it.
Yeah.
Well, what else we got here?
And SmackDown's going back to 3 hours.
I don't know. Yeah. An excessive amount is not a good thing. All right, so look, guys. Shout out to CM Punk and AJ Lee. Larry has passed away, unfortunately. We saw that all over social media last week. Very sad indeed. So I will give praise to and credit where it's due, where CM Punk and AJ Lee did adopt it at their local shelters. So Larry was a rescue dog and only lived a couple of years, but they gave him the best home they could possibly get. I saw some of the IG posts that Punk showed out, the old pictures, Larry's toy bin. He had a lot of toys. Look, it sucks. So to a lot of people, some pets are like basically their kids, So in the end of the day, when you lose your beloved one, it's hard to move on at that point.
Yep.
So let's just pray for the best, and we have not seen Punk return back, and let's just hope everything's okay. And
supposedly Punk didn't come back because he's filming a movie right now.
That could be it, and I think
absolutely 100%, man. Your son just died,
yeah.
So you feel some type of way. I would feel the same way. The day my dog doesn't understand, I'm gonna do a show for 2 weeks. I'm being honest with you, man. He's up there in age, man. He's 11. He's about to be 12. Good God, man, it's old. It's up there. I'm blessed to have him for so many years. But,
yeah. So no, yeah, man. Like I said, bro. It just sucks when it happens. But like I said, live every moment like it's your last, because you never know at that point.
I mean, look at him when he did on Saturday. When he came in and clutched the jacket, like, Larry, this is for you.
Yeah, which is good, man. Let's just, our thoughts are with them, and let's just hope for the best. When he comes back and all. Like I said, it's tough. No matter what it is, it's always tough to lose a beloved one,
True.
And we also got, so put it this way, we also got a report. Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yes.
You remember that guy?
Yeah, I remember him. It was Scooby-Doo. Excuse me, he was Fred on Scooby-Doo.
Nah, he was that guy from She's All That.
Yeah, then he was also in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
That was the guy back then in the 90s.
Yeah, he really was.
Yeah, he was big back then in the 90s with the, what's her name? The other one, Sarah Michelle
Gellar. Weren't they married at one point? And then I just somebody or whatever. I don't know.
You might be right. Back then the 90s were crazy.
Actually.
But he had a little stint in WWE for quite a while. Remember, he was a GM or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, during the whole
celebrity GM on Monday Night Raw.
The less I remember at that time, the better.
I think for me, it's more the anonymous GM.
All that was just stupid.
Yeah.
Everything. Okay, the less I know about that time era, the better. I think that was one of our
the crash out and the cringy moments.
Yeah.
Wasn't he also in WCW a couple times?
No, you're thinking of.
I know David Arquette wasn't in WCW. I thought he did, but never mind. Okay.
Nah, it was more David on that side. Okay. But yeah, Prince was basically on the other side. Wasn't
Pee Wee Herman there too? He was a host for WrestleMania along with The Rock at one point. WrestleMania 27.
Rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman.
Rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman.
But regardless, okay. So I don't know why that stupid laugh came in my fucking ear. Your ass knows how to do that shit. See? Oh my god. Anyways. Look, put it this way. All right, my man, Freddie Prinze Jr., Scooby-Doo, Fred himself, got onto a podcast recently, and we're talking about the whole, look, let me tell you something, guys. I got friends in Disney.
You got one friend in Disney, he said.
Which I do believe, though.
I believe it, too. He's a pretty big guy, regardless.
I mean, his dad was famous, too.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they call him Junior, because his dad was famous back in whatever the fuck era he's from. I never watched his dad's stuff, but I heard he was really famous. But I'm sure he has connections. He also produces stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he says that he has some inside knowledge that ESPN is not happy with the numbers that WWE has given him so far this year. Mind you, they're only been out there for about, a month and a half?
2 months?
No, because it was in
October.
The end of October, though. Wasn't it? Yeah, because they only had 2 PLEs so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about 1.5 months, close to 2 though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So mind you that. Okay. And you did say that they're not happy about it, but when WWE came back to push back, they said we don't even know who the fuck that guy is. But he wasn't your fucking. I'm sure Triple H remembers this guy. I don't think Triple H is the one that came up with that comment from WWE, but I'm sure Triple H knows who the fuck Freddie Prinze Jr. is. I'm sure he worked with him.
Yeah.
I'm sure these guys know who he is. So it's funny how WWE try to push back at it. All right, so what do you think? You think the man's right? You think he's bullshitting, or you think he has some sort of knowledge?
I think he could be right, dude. I actually do think he could be right, and I feel like some people just don't want to take it because they have WWE so close to the heart. But I'm like, no, we haven't. The three of us, Nick, you, me, have complained about the last 2 PLEs on ESPN. Yes or no?
Mm-hmm. I complain all the time,
but it's true though. We've been complaining about them. They haven't been what we thought they were going to be for.
Mm-hmm.
What we've paid for hasn't been worth it. So yes, I can see the backlash, regardless of that one guy that's completely AEW. But it doesn't matter. It's like even then, it's like no, you have gotten from C to D.
Okay,
you're technically supposed to go up.
Right.
God awful PLEs. You just said it. It's the truth. It's just you went from which WrestlePalooza, which was supposed to be getting your top 5, didn't even make a dent at all for anything.
Mm-hmm.
You bring in Survivor Series, which again didn't do anything.
Right.
It just made us like really just say we miss Peacock. I didn't think I was just gonna say that. I missed the Peacock. I missed the Peacock days now.
You were kind of big on ESPN for a bit when that first came up.
Yeah, because I was like, dude, it's way for them to like really start putting their name out there. You see them actually start talking about them because remember, dude, there was a couple times when 2014 when we were watching this when they had the network and everything. We were watching the PLEs and I'll be on there. Oh, dude, I'm getting all my updates on ESPN. I was like, this is finally like they're starting to take it like serious. All of a sudden, I was like, yeah, I could see why they didn't want to.
We got another comment.
WrestlePalooza.
Oh, it was a bathroom break.
The whole thing was a bathroom break.
But I agree. It made sense for them to go to ESPN, even though I didn't like it. But it had to have done nothing to it to make it more popular, to make it bigger. And I'm sure WWE's not returning the favor by giving them any more numbers. Because, look, you can't just go from a small price to an extraordinary big price and give us 4 matches and give us a shit show, you know? We need a little bit more. We need oomph. We need more star power here, man. And guess what? Peacock is officially going to be phased out of wrestling by next year because they're starting to get rid of everything, even their
library.
Yeah, PLE libraries and all that stuff, man. That's going to suck. I don't know where that's going to end up. We're probably so put it this way. Where you're going to find it is in the WCW, WWE, Attitude, all these vaults that are on YouTube that play constantly throughout the day. And right now they're free. And you can watch your own videos and stuff right now. But eventually they want you to get used to that free stuff. So when the time comes, they're going to charge you $199 for each vault. And then you're like, fuck it. I'll pay it.
$20, $22.
Yeah. And then, oh wait, we're going to raise it $2.99.
Yeah.
$3.99. Then we're going to get to like 20 per fucking subscriptions. Point is, there's a scheme going on here. And it's going to work. And it's going to get us when we least expect it. Like I said earlier, when it comes to streaming service, physical media is king. If you watch your favorite wrestling matches, go get them while you still can on DVD. They stopped producing wrestling as a whole for WWE on DVDs, but you can still get a lot of old stuff. I have tons of that shit.
Literally.
When I'm gaming, I have it on the background. I'm watching some old school stuff. I have a lot of Ring of Honor from the old era, a lot of TNA,
it's not even a joke.
Yeah, a lot of bootleg stuff as well. Look, in the end of the day, they can't take that away from you, but they could also edit your stuff, and they could also cut out stuff like if certain. Let's just say this: maybe they have a bone to pick again with Jesse Ventura. Let's cut them out.
Completely cut them out.
Yeah, and they're gonna do it. They have done it. So, like I said, it's uncensored, right there, and no one could take it away from you. But that's just me.
Nick said Dango was a good one, Peacock.
Yep. So, do I think Freddie's right? Yeah. I really do. I think he knows some stuff, and I think he has some connections,
I think so too.
and I think he's right. But let me just give WWE the benefit of the doubt. It's still early, but it's not looking good. So let's just hope for them to turn it around next year.
I feel like they did better when they first showed up at Peacock.
Well, they had something to prove. And now I feel like they got too cocky and they're like, you know what? We don't have to prove anything. Let's give out 4 matches and that's it. So, like I said, man, we'll see how it goes. Any other thoughts on this?
Nah, brother, honestly, I said what I said in regards to it, and it's scary and it's kind of just like disappointing.
Disappointing. Do you see anything like? Do you see a turnaround? I guess.
In the near future, no.
Okay.
In the near future, maybe. Near future for me is 6 months to 6 to 8 months. That's near future for me. In the year future, so like year and plus, maybe.
Okay. Netflix
needs to bully WWE around a little. Yes, you do.
But I mean, would they do it though?
No.
Let's talk about some accomplishments. CML has officially sold 1 million tickets to Arena Mexico in 2025. Actually, so put it this way, that's a really big accomplishment because they're actually, I think they're number 1 in the state of Mexico right now when it comes to like PLEs, CMLL. So they outbeating everybody else out there. That's pretty big. So I think it was for the 1 million fan, if I'm correct, they gave them a title.
Yeah.
And I think it was a woman. So congrats to her. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But they did do something special for it.
Did Pentagon give her the title?
I think it no, not Pentagon. Because you're thinking of WWE. It's the CML. This is a whole different one.
Oh, it's no.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I forgot who it was, but regardless, though, 1 million tickets, though, it's fucking impressive, man, for another promotion out there to outsell. Dude, CMLL in Mexico is hot.
Super hot, dude.
Yeah, they're over. It's like crazy out there, and I'm glad, there's another company out there starting to fight back,
really
against other promotions. So, hey, that's a great accomplishment. All right, so we took a little dab into this earlier, but we didn't go into fully. We already know the comments. Cena did plan for more retirement tour dates, but did not get it and only got 30-something dates, or what was it, 40?
36.
36. But we could have got a whole year. We could have got him every Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, do you think we got robbed? Or do you think this was best for business? But give me your answer. Don't give me that.
I'll give you both.
Just don't. No. Give me your true hard answer. Don't give me that corporate bullshit. Let me hear that true fan answer.
Oh, as a fan, no, dude, we got robbed.
Yeah, we got robbed. That's plain and simple. We got robbed. I don't think, even as a corporate decision, if you really want to go there, still stupid. Because you could have had your rating spot. You could have had merchandise sell. You could have had every arena sold out. I mean, when the guy did come out on TV, he outsold merch like crazy.
Hell, we tried to go to the. I was trying to go to the one in Chicago, and yet I was telling how much ticket prices just for seeing his last appearance and how much that went up. Because that AJ Lee was coming back, and then Brock came back.
But even then, what I'm saying is, like, even then though, he was selling stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you think, dude, the cheapest it was before they announced AJ Lee was $100 still for nosebleeds at the Allstate Arena.
Yeah, but
which is us standing up.
But regardless, this was city by city, though.
Yeah.
So the point is, I think WWE shot themselves in the foot, and we could have had better products. We could have had him fight every single week, or cut some promos to help elevate the next person.
Because I mean, if you think about some of these appearances, he wasn't even wrestling.
He wasn't doing much.
He was just cutting a promo, walking away.
Tell me, okay, this whole retirement, and not only that, we could have a better retirement final run than we had this year, because none of it made sense.
No.
You had so many dates. Everything felt rushed. Everything felt so stupid. The only good parts of this year that I remember is the CM Punk versus Cena rivalry match, which they did cut some good stuff in there.
Even Cena cutting a pipe bomb.
That was good. Cena versus Cody at SummerSlam, when he finally turned back face, even though it didn't make sense. The whole match was good. AJ Styles versus John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
And recently, Dom versus Cena was pretty decent. But otherwise, it just felt lackluster, this whole retirement tour. Just for the amount of days you gave him, it should have been a lot bigger. And I felt like they gave him the whole 365 days out of the year. It could have been a lot bigger. It could have been like, damn, Cena wrestled for us a whole year before he left. All right, we got a comment, by the way.
Maybe Jericho will look at this and say, if you want me in a year-long retirement tour, I get 100% creative control.
Look, if Jericho was smart, he'll run from the hills. Look, we all will love to see Jericho back in WWE. But if you're Jericho, you yourself are Jericho, and you want WWE to hold on to your legacy, if you're only going to give them one more run, and after what they did to John Cena, they're GOAT. They're the ones that call him the GOAT.
Wow.
Yeah. They're the ones that says he's the best wrestler that ever lived. And you're Chris Jericho. And I'm not saying Jericho is not a GOAT status. To some people, he might be the greatest of all time.
He really is. Hello, Joe.
Yeah. So my point is, though, this is a homemade product. Jericho's more of a
WCW.
Even then, he's just more of a everybody. You know, he came from Indies, Japan. He came from everywhere.
WCW.
He didn't build himself here like Cena did. He was a talent that just got over. You're looking at it like, I don't know if I really want to go there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And just for what? For them to make me a joke? For them to turn me heel? To give me the whole Cena treatment? To squash me, basically? I'll be concerned. I wouldn't sign that contract personally. I would try to go back to Tony Khan and says, hey, can you give me more money and less dates? What else we got?
These year-long retirement tours are just another way for WWE to sit back and be lazy because they just put John Cena on the card and they knew the shows will sell out because it's the last time there. It's his last time there.
Yeah, it's going to sell out no matter what. It's lazy booking. There's just nothing good that came out of this, unfortunately. Dude, even this whole... The fact that we had the debate is Gunther the guy is still because of lazy booking.
Yeah.
The point is, we could have... I get that Gunther had a fucking injury, but you could have built something out of it, but we didn't. We just have go out there, win the tournament, go face Cena, retirement.
Yep.
And to all Gunther's credit, he's trying to make the best out of it, but there's just... When you have bad writing, it's just...
hey, he's still doing fantastic, though. Today's promos were great. I'll be honest with you on that.
But we only have a week away. If this would have been producing for quite a while, it could have been something. If Cena would have showed up, too, and once again, if he had showed up in his dates all throughout the year, this whole face-off could have made it more.
Today, would have cut a promo between the two of them on a contract signing. That would have been nice.
It would have elevated.
That's so much more.
But that's the thing. They robbed us from this. Once again, I think they made the worst mistakes of their year.
The tournament was a joke, too.
It was. The Continental Classic in AEW was a lot better than this shit. Yeah. This would have been. This should have been better. This should have been fun. We would have got guys from NXT wrestling, more people from TNA. It started off pretty decent, but it felt lackluster in the end.
Yeah. What if Cena was there? They went at it too, and Gunther put him in a submission hold to foreshadow what would happen at Signed event tonight.
They could have had a face-off like that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Contract signing tonight would have been nice. You would have added more oomph to it, regardless of whether Gunther has issue with him or not. But you built it right there tonight.
You fucked it up.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, like I said, WWE once again robbed us from good product just because I don't know why. Like, what is their idea? Like, nah, you know what? We can't have that. We have to have more commercials tonight.
We have to have a lot more commercials.
Yeah, Cena. We don't want to hear Cena talk. No one wants to see a promo. No one wants to see a guy wrestle.
They want to see a kid with a kick-out ring.
What else we got here?
But they want to bring out John Cena.
Honestly, that was just yeah. That was funny, but I'd rather have John Cena. Obviously, we could have had a better heel run.
Yeah.
So look, I'm not saying that this whole heel run from John Cena was stupid. I just thought that the way they went about it was dumb. If
there was more dates, it would have made more sense. But
he could have explained himself weekly. He could have done some stuff to turn his heel run even better instead of him telling the fans, "Yo, get nothing," and like it,
walking away with the title.
he could have done better. I felt like he could have elevated himself even better.
But you know what? Just fuck it. If it is a retirement tour, don't even make him heel. Do what he did for AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
Look what he did for AJ. He just, dude, if you think about it, at the end when he became a face, he just had fun. Let the guy just have fun. Just fuck it, man. Look, dude, it's your last one. You want to face Sami Zayn tonight? Go ahead. You want to face fucking Randy Orton? Face him. You want to face this person? Face him. Go ahead, man. It doesn't matter.
Once again, it's one of Triple H's bad bookings because he's the one that wanted to see him to turn face. He did say it too.
Yes, because turning someone heel to face in the span of a year will always feel rushed. I agree with you on that. However, though, here's my take on that part. It wasn't the fact that he was heel to face. It was the fact that they did it at the wrong time. Because regardless, no one was going to boo him because we knew what this was. They did it at the wrong time.
But you think that if Cena had only half a year to be a heel, even at his other time being, you think even that made sense? I felt like he still had to run this for quite a while. Because this is like the first time we'll ever see this and probably be the last. It's like the Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
It just has to last. I kind of agree with them just because of the whole year. Like if it was like a year here and then a year there, it makes sense. Heel year.
If you're going to do it, then you need it. Let's put it. You had John Cena's 200 some odd days that he wanted. 100 of those days, heel Cena. Then kind of start turning him like towards day 80.
Right.
Because again, you already built all of that. Day 80, day 90, you start seeing a little bit of face turn. Start going forward with it. And then by day 100, then you make the full turn. Because again, it's not rushed. It makes a lot more sense. And you start seeing, all right, cool, I can start cheering for this man again. And it starts really feeling like it goes with it.
Well, I mean, that add more dates to his fucking retirement tour, his heel run. Like I said, he would have made more sense of this.
Maybe they should have kept Cena face. Maybe have him face Braun Breaker at WrestleMania. Braun goes over, and on the night after Mania, Braun debuts in the division like he did. Braun would have been a megastar already. Excuse me.
Could have been. He could have been the guy who retired him right now.
True.
That's my picks for retirement, but I mean, we're not going to get it, obviously. So, an alternate universe we would have gotten it. Braun would have been that one already. Okay. All right. So look, man, Cena's last match is this weekend. Regardless how you feel, it's touching. What is one moment that you guys remembered of John Cena's legacy? Like something that stood out, his match, a promo, something on the outside, a movie, a show. He's done a lot of shit.
You feel like Brian is ready to be world champion on January 5th? No.
Not yet.
No.
Nah, give it a bit. Give it a bit, though. Yeah, he's getting there, though. His promos are getting good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at those Scott Steiner's crazy level promos now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's starting to get better. I'll give him that.
I would say yes, he is. Okay.
I mean, yeah, well, we'll see. It could happen, though.
I can see it actually happening. You know what, dude? There's something I actually liked about Cena, and I still watch him to this day, thanks to the Mystery Man. By then, hopefully he's revealed by then because it's taking too fucking long. I always liked one thing about Cena, aside from the promo against Roman Reigns, which was fantastic, and the promo with The Miz when he was actually dating Nikki, the only time Nikki Bella was actually relevant. The one thing I always loved about Cena, he always gave kudos to Stu, the cameraman. Stu, you're here. All right, man, let's go to work. The only guy that would ever just really just acknowledge, and you could tell he was having fun with it. That's the one thing I'm definitely going to miss about Cena. And yeah, in the heel run, he never acknowledged Stu. Just walked past Stu, nothing. I'm just saying, just walk past him like you're like everybody else. And then, you have Cena, that's the one thing I'm always going to miss, though. Him acknowledging even just a regular worker. Like, I show you respect, you show me respect, and we're going to keep moving forward with it. What about you?
A lot of things, man.
I know that's your favorite. I know he's been your day one since he honestly came onto the scene.
Oh, yeah. No, I like Cena. Honestly, I don't know. Something with him clicked back then. But I guess I like the fact that even though he was getting booed, and we haven't really seen this level of people booing a face in such a long time. We saw it with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was never that big. It could, maybe I'm wrong. It probably was. But the way Cena's like, look, either I acknowledge this and turn heel, or I keep going this face and just say, fuck it, whatever. And he just played it. He just played it every week. He played it into his favorite. And every week they boo the crap out of him. And now it's funny to hear him get cheered. And back then, everybody used to heavily boo him. Eventually, we started coming out with his theme song. John Cena sucks. And then he just acknowledged it. He just went with it. And if anything, it just played better for him overall as a character. He's never die attitude. He's never give up attitude. It played into that. He just made it work. He made everything work. He grew as a wrestler because he wasn't a great wrestler when he first came in. He was an okay wrestler, but he was nothing special. But eventually, I think it was like 2012 when he started adding more moves into his, arsenal list and all, that he became he started doing like these hurricanranas, standing hurricanranas.
What about 2008 when he did One Night Stand? And the ECW fans really were shouting out to him, "You can't wrestle," because you saw Cena like, "What are you saying? Like, oh, I cannot. Why are you saying I can't wrestle?"
Well,
and even he admitted it like in an interview. After that match, I literally went and I was like, "Hey, man, what could I do that's gonna help my moveset?" And I wanted to be me, but just add a couple more moves.
Well, I know what you're talking about. I don't think he really didn't start actually doing the moves until like 2011, 2013 when he started finally trying it out. Because I think at that point he stopped giving a fuck. Because back then I felt like they weren't allowing him to do more than the whole.
It was more like 2011. Yeah, that's the one when he was doing it. Yeah, he did a couple against Punk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's more of his rivalry with Punk that brought out the better of him at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, even then he was getting booed heavily in that match. He didn't
especially in Chicago.
Yeah, but he didn't crack. He's like, you know what? We'll just keep doing it. He played it up. He did the never give up attitude, and that's the whole thing. He played it well. He did a lot of Make-A-Wish.
Many Make-A-Wish, dude. He was for the kids.
Yeah, dude. And regardless how do you felt, he was always the guy, man. Like, you knew who he was. This is our version of Hulk Hogan, basically. Our, generational Hulk Hogan. I think he was bigger in my eyes. I think he's still going. Yeah, he's still. I mean, when he was Super Cena, you felt it though. He could not be beaten, and whether you like it or not, I think for that time being, we needed it.
Yeah,
yeah, and look how much he elevated to. And yes, you could tell. Oh, well, he never elevated, so and so. He made some mistakes, and he had admitted it too. And it happens. All your favorite wrestlers are always going to be, what they call they're going to play locker room leader, obviously.
Yeah.
But in the end, during the end of his career, he did elevate so many people right now. And it's just, there's so much things we can remember, so much matches, so much WrestleMania moments. It's ridiculous. It really is. What else we got?
Cena was the only guy to leave Rock and lost for words after Savage promo.
Dude, his promos against The Rock. I have never thought that anyone was going to go toe-to-toe with The Rock, but Cena destroyed him on the mic. My personal opinion, I felt The Rock maybe lost a step, but I also feel like Cena's brought his A game. He's like, you know what? I know who this guy is. He's going to go off the script. So I'm going to go off the script. And he destroyed him on those fucking promos.
Yeah, he's like, I put my promo right here in my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
As he called him, and that's why he was pissed. He was like, man, fuck.
Dude, that was good, dude. That was good. They had legitimate beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually did not like each other. Now they respect each other. But at the time, they did not like each other. And when he did that, that's when I feel like he destroyed The Rock. And The Rock's like, motherfucker. Another dream match, Hulk Hogan versus Super Cena. Who would you have gotten over? Let's put it that way. 80s Hulk Hogan, unstoppable, versus Super Cena in his prime, dude. Super Cena in his prime was destroying so many guys.
What's Super Cena prime now?
Super Cena prime would have been like probably 07 to 09. I feel like he was unstoppable because he was not losing. He faced everybody in that. Remember, he destroyed that whole year. I think it was 06 to 08. He destroyed everyone. So that was the one from 22, from 23. When we're talking about Mania to 24 when he lost, but he was destroying everybody in the roster. Or we could even go forward, even. Damn, dude, I don't know.
Because he came back 25, and that's when he picked up both Big Show and Edge, and Edge got off before he landed Big Show on top of him.
But, I mean, the guy's like, no matter what, he found himself back in the title picture. There's a reason why we're at 17 now.
Literally.
Yeah, so the guy was unstoppable. It really was.
Well, you know what's funny? He never actually had it for a record number of days.
I don't think he wanted it.
No.
I think he wanted to make sure people got the belt around him, which was kind of nice. Hulk Hogan, on the other hand, did hold it on for a fucking almost 2 years, I think it was.
See, now I'll put you over because you are the future Hulk. That works for me, brother.
I actually go with Cena. Maybe it's just because of bias, but I honestly think that he was more over. He was more liked. And there's nothing against Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace. Whether you like him or not. Something against Hulk Hogan, but I think that Cena was just well liked, well established, better wrestler. I mean, Hulk Hogan could have wrestled. Hulk Hogan did have some good movesense in Japan, but I don't know, man, dude. But who knows? It's debatable. It's always going to be debatable. Maybe because we're in Cena's era, but for me, I guess it's debatable. I'm going with Cena.
Hogan walked, so Cena could run.
So Cena,
literally,
yeah,
literally.
I mean, at the time they were comparing this guy to be the next Hulk Hogan. Do you think he surpassed it, or you think
he surpassed it, dude?
I think so too.
I think honestly, but the thing is, though, that most people don't see is the fact that, and there's probably going to be a couple people are going to disagree with me. We didn't have social media the way we had it now in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
If it was in the 80s, a bit different conversation.
Maybe, yeah.
Cena surpassed him for the presence of social media, how it started.
Well,
Roman Reigns did the same thing later when he got bigger. Same thing. He surpassed it because of the social media presence. Because scrolling, WWE clip of this, WWE clip of that. You don't see them really posting like an 80s or 90s match unless you are following one of those pages. It's mostly just, Roman did this happened, blah, 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 this and this. You started to see that more and more. In the 80s, you didn't have that.
Right.
So social media has helped out a lot of wrestlers' careers. Okay. Cena, Roman, a lot of them. Right. So many.
Okay.
So I feel that, yes, Cena did surpass Hogan in that aspect.
Okay.
I just feel that Hogan in his time could bring a crowd to life, and it was really hard for you to hate Hogan.
Okay. So, and I agree. But put it this way. It's hard to argue with this because in the end of the day, you could also bring up who had the better heel run.
Hogan did.
By far. What Hogan did that time to turn heel, no matter how shocked we were when Cena finally turned, nothing beats that day.
No.
Nothing beats 96.
Mind you, it's 1-2 combo. Depending who you ask, some people say Cena, some people say Hogan. It's a 1-2 combo.
I think some people said at the time Cena because of the shock value, but when you look at it and you get down to the nitty-gritty.
If you go, to the shock value, to the turning point, Cena. To the run, Hogan.
I don't know about shock value, bro, because at that time, people were shocked. See, I think Hulk Hogan had a longer face run at the time.
He did. Yeah, no,
so people were shocked to the fact that people were throwing shit into the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's debatable. My eyes at the time, I went for Cena. Now looking at it back, I'll stick to Hulk Hogan for the heel run. What else we got?
So a couple of things. I guess if Super Cena was around in the 80s and decided to take over the business with Cena, would it have been the same?
Yes. Because Cena had that blue collar look, and he might not. Obviously, he would not have been on the rap gimmick. He would not have been. He probably would have done the soldier gimmick. The whole Super Cena soldier gimmick. He would have done that. So yeah, he would have been sort of the same guy, except for the rap gimmick when he first came in.
Definitely no
George, but he would have gotten over. Would have gotten over no matter whatever he was in. He just had that look. He had the mic skills. He would have perfectly fit just fine in the 80s. He was a big dude compared to the other guys too. He's still a big dude. So he would have fit perfectly.
So babyface Hogan changed the business. Hollywood Hogan changed the business. Super Cena did grow the company, but did it change the business?
It did. I felt like he sold more merch. I feel like he did a lot more Make-A-Wish. I think he elevated it to the next level. Because, okay, so it's like this. Ask yourself, now that Cena when's the last year you really gave Cena his run in the business? Was like 2015, 2014?
Nah, before that, dude.
Okay, let's just say 13. But 14, he was like dying down. 15 was his last year, even though he was losing. He was his last year in.
Because 14, he even admitted, I'm part-time.
Yeah, but he was still in there quite a while. I would say 2016. Let's just put it this way.
Okay.
From 2005 all the way then, he was the face of the company. He elevated it. People know who John Cena is, no matter where you go in the world.
And they still know him for wrestling.
And
they didn't associate with him movies. Wrestling.
let me ask you, who has that talent now? It's hard to say because even you could say Roman Reigns, but let's be real, not that many people in the world know who the fuck is Roman Reigns is compared to Cena. And then after Reigns, who else do you have? Cody Rhodes? Not really. Who else after Cody Rhodes? Seth Rollins? Sorry, CM Punk. Love the man. No way though. It's Cena. Cena changed the game. Cena brought more eyes to the products. There's a lot more Cena fans now in this generation than there is, back then. Oh, John Henry, get the fuck out of here. I like Joe Henry though. I really do.
It's funny.
So, but also that's another thing. Think about it. You could talk about that wrestling wise, career wise. I mean, Hogan tried to do the whole Hollywood run, right?
I didn't go that good.
But Cena tried it at first. It wasn't good either. But he got it a second run. And if anything, it elevated him.
Yeah.
That's what made him think, wait a minute. I could make this much money, even more here, than put my body on the line. I'm out.
On top of that, he's making residuals. And yet he did an older age than The Rock, if you think about it.
And he's done a lot more better movie roles. He's gotten about more better reviews. And we could actually make a debate that he's probably a better version of Hollywood than The Rock is at this point. For a wrestler turned into a Hollywood star. NWO run was legendary.
Still the greatest faction wrestling in history. It beat DX.
I always said that. NWO was way better, had a way better run than DX. I don't understand how the hell people put DX over NWO when it was for the fact that if it wasn't for the NWO, we would not have a DX. Mm-hmm. DX started because of the NWO, basically, because they needed a response to it. So when people say, "Oh,
Nation of Domination," we're definitely not doing it.
Yeah, oh yeah. Despite how, no, they're not doing.
Whatever the hell they call them as well. No. But I must say, the Bloodline storyline was the greatest story involving a faction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we got years out of that. So many years, and it was well built, and it came out to a great ending from WrestleMania 40.
It did. Where
we saw so many legends, past, present, and future, all come about to make sure that we finally stop this era, this version of so-called GOAT. That's debatable. I'm not saying that Roman isn't the GOAT, but I feel like that's the thing. I feel like, so that's why to me, Cena makes myself like one of a kind of his era. Because in this era, we have debate. We could have debate Roman Reigns. But how many people can you debate on John Cena's era? Randy Orton?
Nope. Not even Stone Cold, not even The Rock.
Jericho? Even Jericho was still from the 90s. And even then, he's not debatable with John Cena.
Definitely not Triple H or Shawn Michaels.
But that's the thing. Look how many guys. Cena was just way over everybody at that time. Jeff Hardy.
Undertaker.
Even then, even though Taker still. Batista? No.
They tried, and even then, no.
Bobby Lashley? No.
They really tried as well later on, but no.
Nobody could hold the torch to this guy. This guy was your number one guy. There was no debate. This is how big the guy was. Edge? I love Edge. No. They can't, dude. What else we got? There's nobody. No. Nobody could hold a candle to Cena. Undertaker was
recognized in every era.
Undertaker's respected. I think Undertaker has his own category. Longevity, loyalty, locker room leader. He has his own category. I think in the end of the day, Taker's going to go down as one of the greats. I'll give him his flowers. I love Taker. But I cannot say he's the GOAT over any of these wrestlers. I'm sorry. Maybe he is for some people, but I just don't see it. I don't know, dude. When it's all said and done and we finally see him take that bow, damn, man, we realize that we're done. For that generation, it's starting to close it down, basically, when Cena retires. It's sad, but that's the reality in the world, man. Your superheroes can't live forever, unfortunately.
Sadly.
Yeah, I mean, in comic books, too, they kill them off. There's a reason why, because they know that no matter what, the fans are not always going to be there for them.
Yeah.
But Cena, this is how great Cena is. For the longest, we booed him. We hated him. We're like, bro, get this guy off TV. I'm sick and tired of seeing him win. The same people that hated him are now the same people that go to these towns, buy his merch, and now cheering him on. And a lot of the people that grew up as kids, as fans of John Cena, are there now too. So it's and they selling all these merchandise. It's funny. No. I don't think they're gonna find anybody greater than this at this point.
Right now, Nick just said, who in today's generation of wrestling has the potential of becoming the next Cena? If Cody was 10 years younger, Cody.
But that's the thing.
Keyword: if he was 10 years younger, Cody.
Nobody.
Right now, nobody.
Austin Theory had potential until they squashed him. But
you don't have anybody right now.
Even if you reveal him as a masked man, it's not him. Braun Breaker, not the guy. To be Cena. The guys to be the face of this generation, yes. But none of these guys are it. Nobody has the mic skills.
No.
Nobody has the look. Nobody has the mic skills. Nobody has the power to make you cheer or boo him at any minute. Every move he did, he was either cheered or heavily booed.
And I can personally tell you, I was part of WrestleMania 22 where we said, fuck you, Cena. I was shouting at the top of my lungs. So I can tell you that.
But the point is, though, nobody has that power.
Nobody
this day. Now, we'll
if Kenny Omega hadn't gotten sick, Kenny Omega could be in that conversation.
I mean, if Kenny Omega would have went to WWE, yeah, he would have. I think, AEW did, potentially steal spotlight out of him. There's a lot. I mean,
regardless, though, even if you didn't go to AEW,
MJF, look, MJF has the talent, but to be honest, like I said before, I don't think he's going to be in wrestling too long. He's not here right now. He's filming something else. That goes to show you that he has eyes on Hollywood. Because, look, no matter what you guys think about the wrestling business, if it's predetermined, fake, whatever you want to call it, it's a dangerous sport. It's still real. And MJF is looking at it like, I'm still young, and Hollywood is giving me some couple of roles. I can make something out of this. And if I make something out of this, I could be making the same money as wrestling as I do in Hollywood, but doing less action overall.
And still good residuals.
He has a good look for Hollywood, and he has a good, he was kind of already in acting as a kid.
Yeah.
So I think MJF is on his way out of the wrestling business.
I think so too.
I don't know if he'll ever even land in WWE, but I'll be shocked.
Nah, he's not going to land in WWE because he has to get rid of the tattoo he has on his calf.
I heard he did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, apparently it was a while back. They showed a promo where he got rid of it.
Oh, okay.
Which is odd. I have no idea what that was about. It did not make any sense. It really hasn't. But look, Saturday, main event. I am tuning in. I'm probably going to be live. I will see you guys then. Look, final one for Cena, though, man. Let's just get ready for it. It's been a great run. Great history. I'm a geek out, obviously. Big Cena fan.
I'm gonna cry.
Big fan. Honestly, I can't wait Saturday to watch this guy finally call it quits. And in a way, it's not me like, all right, let's get this shit over. It's me more like,
thank you, Cena.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the biggest, run in history. Thank you for being my generation's GOAT, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what a career. Look, guys, we got one more comment.
I think where the potential is LA Knight.
Had the potential, yes. But after getting squashed,
15 years younger, yeah. Not right now.
But not getting squashed too would help.
But I'm saying, so how much time does LA Knight actually have?
Yeah, he's in his 40s already.
That's what I'm saying. 15 years younger, different conversation.
Yeah, no more. Yep, no more indeed, guys. All right, thank you for joining us tonight. It's been wonderful. We'll see you next time at the Windy City Savage.
Because of technical difficulties, I don't think we introduce ourselves. He is Windy City Savage. I am SG3. Hit the little bell for the notifications so we can tell y'all when we go on live. See y'all next week. Thank you, Cena.